Okay, so this is still going on. Hey, Jaden. I'm not seeing Nightbot join. So we're gonna try an experiment at an indeterminate amount of time. Lobotomy. Good to see ya. At an indeterminate amount of time, I'm gonna turn this back to the normal settings, but I'm not gonna say when. So just keep on the prep. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you. Cancel. Okay. I'm sure Fade will appear again. Second, I am. What am I doing? Oh, right. I'm going to the Art Fight website, so we can draw more people's stuff. Ugh. Yes. Fade, lobotomy. What you up to right now? It is. Hey, Gabriel. Gabriel, are you doing art fight? Well, since lobotomy, you're here. It's fun. Oh, I'm bummed to hear that, Jaden. Well, we'll have fun tonight. Yeah, that's arguably I'm not skilled. We're all doing it, even though we all suck. It's about sucking, Gabriel. Together. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jaden. I see you. You've done at least two attacks. Lobotomy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, one second. Let me. Can I just? Can I? Where is? I believe I still have. A little advice for anybody who wants to do art streams of, actual like sketch pads and stuff. Turn off autofocus. Turn off autofocus. Because that will be your greatest. Okay. That will be your greatest fight. I might have too many bots going. Okay. Let's go there. Which one do you have ideas for, Jaden? Okay. The question is, which one do you have ideas for, and which one, and why not do both? Well, then why not do both? Which one do you have an idea for a scene right now? You can write both at the same time. I do that. Okay. Yeah. Lobotomy, what team are you on? Okay, then do Thunderbolt. Okay, tell me a little bit about this character, Gabriel. Tell me a little bit about this character. What is she? Oh, we're on the same team. Yeah, okay, right on. Okay. Okay, so she's okay. Yeah, that can work. So she's like a superhero? Ah. Did I ever did I ever tell you guys I grew up in the Middle East? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So me and my mom have been talking, and we've decided that my life probably need to shake up my life a bit and do something different. So I've decided. I think I'm pretty. Not all the details have worked out from this, but I think we've decided that I've decided I'm probably gonna go back to college and get my master's degree. So does she have like? So she has like muscles, this girl. Which will be good. I've been needing to do something. I don't know. I guess it's just time for me to do new things in my life, and yeah, okay, okay, I can draw that. It's time. It's basic. It's time for me to do new things in my life, and I have been very. I'm ready to do something different. So not that anything will change for you guys. What will happen is just I'll be doing this from a new location at some point within the year. next year. Probably it'll probably be next year. It'll take a few months to get my citizenship all worked out and stuff. But for you guys, nothing really will change. For me, everything will. But that also means, I won't have time to do certain things I wanted to do. I've been wanting to do after that. So I need to start making some moves. Like I want to film a movie at some point. I've been wanting to film a movie at some point, and I think might as well do it now. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Have water. Okay, all good things. Sorry. I ran again today. So what would this character be for exactly? Get that perspective right. Does she wear the full? Does she just wear the hijab, or does she wear the full? Oh God, what was it called? Or does she wear the full thing? Or does she just wear the scarf, or does she wear the full thing? Sounds good. Yeah. No, that makes sense. But there's a full outfit that they can wear. Is she gonna wear that, or what is the name of it? Ugh, I feel so terrible. I grew up in the country. I saw women wear those all the time. What is it called? Anyways. Anyways, so are you having a good time with Art Fight, Lobotomy? I checked your account. You seem to be doing. You seem to be doing a lot of characters. Yeah. Hey. No, you're perfectly good. I actually like your style. Hey, remember that I'll throw this out there. Remember that the what's it? The Homestuck comic is not too far away removed from your style of art, and that was like the most popular thing on the web for a long time. It's not real. It's about how you use. It's about how you use the art, not how. Yeah. Of course I do. Everybody likes a good mystery. I was gonna do Jane today, but Gabriel jumped the line, so we're doing Gabriel's first. Okay. Who's Zim? Who's Zim? I don't think I've heard of the character of Zim yet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I do plan to read it. Yes. Oh, okay. You should include. I was like, because there's a famous cartoon called Invader Zim that for some reason I'm going to assume Lobotomy may have seen. Just an educated guess, Lobotomy. Have you ever seen Invader Zim? And if not, I have a suspicion you'd really like Invader Zim. Gabriel, have you seen Invader Zim? Gabriel, what? Gabriel, lobotomy. What are you two doing? What are you two doing? You have. You will like this show, Lobotomy. It will be a show up your alley. Also, you, Gabriel, will like this show. Gabriel, not 90s, 2000s. Get your things right. I'm very shocked you two didn't go. Yes. Yes. Yes, you've cracked it. Yes. It was on Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon. Back when Nickelodeon was the better animation channel. Which is, I know it's surprising to believe that at one point Nickelodeon was better than Cartoon Network. I'm calling it out. Oh, Cartoon Network is much better now. Yeah. I mean, Cartoon Network was always kind of the better one, but Nickelodeon did have some good ones for a long time. No, I was a Cartoon Network kid too. Cartoon Network was the better channel. Yeah. But I'm begging you, Gabriel. Yeah. Well, SpongeBob destroyed. It's a whole story. There's a whole story from creators for years that Nickelodeon had a real problem, but that weirdly it was because SpongeBob was too successful in a lot of ways. Like SpongeBob was so successful that unless another show reached SpongeBob level numbers, they weren't interested in it. Gabriel, you're missing out, buddy. You're missing out. None. But they had good shows before that. I don't know if I actually have. I'm sure they're very cool about that fact and don't bring it up every 5 minutes, right? In the middle of in the I'm sure they're very cool about that fact, and when other people are talking about them, they won't bring that up and go like, "Actually, I've never seen one." And it's certainly not obnoxious that they need to be the center of attention and kill the flow of the conversation. Certainly, that's not what it's good. Certainly, that's not what people who do that would be like. trying a few different. No. Oh, no, of course not. No, why would you? No, of course not. No, Nick used to have good shows. Loud House is pretty fun. The Loud House was pretty fun. I liked Loud House, but no, definitively the Disney Channel. Disney Channel had some good shows. I liked Gargoyles. Yes, he is. I did feel weird about bringing him. I did feel weird about bringing him up. Chris Savino. Big time creep. Big time creep. That which really sucked because it's a really cute show, but yes, big time creep, Chris Savino. No, I was into Cartoon Network. Yeah. Yep. Don't like that. Not a fan of that. Very creeped out when people do that. Yeah. No, I was very much a Cartoon Network. Yeah. It's, yeah. It's Gabriel. Are you one of these people? Are you one of these people who haven't seen a Disney film? You know, I was thinking about this. It occurred to me recently. I don't think I've watched a Disney film since I've. I don't think I've watched any of like the animated like Disney Renaissance films since I've been an adult. Okay, like I have memories of seeing Lion King, Little Mermaid, um, Aladdin, and I've definitely seen them when I was a kid, but I don't think I've really watched them since I've been an adult. Partly because when I was a kid, by the time I was like a teenager, I've talked about this before. Uh, well, one, my favorite show was like The Simpsons and stuff. Was my favorite show, or like Freakazoid. I really liked Freakazoid when I was a kid. I know I'm very edgy. Do you guys know what or Pinky? Do you guys know what? Yeah, that was my favorite. That was my favorite movie as a kid. My favorite movie as a kid was The Lion King. I have not seen it since I was a kid though. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat with you, Gabriel. I have very distinct memories of really loving Lion King when I was a kid. My mom said that we I watched it almost every day with her for almost like a year. Oh, you know what I really? Uh oh, you know which one I did watch though recently as an adult that I really liked as a kid? The Emperor's New Groove. I really loved that movie as a kid. I watched that thing on loop for a long time. The Emperor's New Groove, and I rewatched it recently, and yeah, it still holds up. Yeah, but those are Pixar. Oh, you're missing out, Jaden. That one's funny as heck. That was like the funny, really funny one. See, I always like I always was more like as a kid. I always like the funnier stuff. Yes, I always like I was if something was like a comedy, that was like if something was like a goofy comedy, I was like that one. Funk! Good to see ya. Yes. That's another one. I recently rewatched like one episode of Dexter's Lab. Sal, how's it go? Yes. Dexter's Lab was so good. Yeah. Hey! Okay. Hey Sal, how's it going? Good to see ya. Yes, that is one. That is a quote. I don't know. I don't know where that's from. Oh, but you said Disney movies. Okay. I mean, I was wrong on both accounts, but yeah. Funk's been dominating the world, Jaden. Are you guys doing that movie night? Not at all pirating a movie in your Discord at the moment? Yes, but fuck, there's the second part of the deal. You agreed to not rebroadcast it. That's part of it as well. That's the other thing the FBI was warning you about, not to rebroadcast it without express permission. But I finally, oh what? So many movies. They are very good. Have you seen the live action one? I haven't yet. People are telling me I should. Some people really like it. Yeah, we were talking about this. Like I don't know if I don't think I've seen like one of the classic Disney movies since I was like a kid. Like I don't think I've watched almost any of them as an adult. And I'm very curious now if they hold up. Because I know as a kid, I absolutely loved The Lion King. That was like my favorite movie as a kid. Yeah. I mean, I loved How to Train Your Dragon. I thought that was such a good. I love How to Train Your Dragon. I think those movies are really beautifully made. So Funk. I finally talked you into seeing Murderbot. Chewie! Okay, this is weird. Why doesn't Jaden get points? Chewie! Yeah. Yes. As you should. As God intended, Funk. As Jesus intended. We all know that Jesus is a big... Hey Chew. Good to see you. Hey Chewie. Have you checked Artfight yet? Have you checked your Artfight account? Okay, so Murderbot. You're living the Murderbot lifestyle. Well, go check it. Go check it right now. You might see something there. Yes, Murderbot. I believe that was published by the Walt Disney Corporation. Yes. So I had an idea for a series, a book once. I might do this at some point. I don't know. But the basic premise was it couldn't be Walt Disney, but I see you. It couldn't be Walt Disney. It wasn't. It could. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I talked you into it, getting into it. Yes. I finally have another person to talk to about Murderbot. Okay, so through the stars. Good. Yeah, you guys been... Yeah, they're very bingeable. They're very short. Goose! The goose is loose! Okay, so, are you sympathizing with Murderbot and his desires to never talk to anybody and just watch TV? I feel Murderbot has one of the most sympathetic... I don't know. I like Minecraft. I like the game. I enjoy the game. I was very tired when I played it. And I couldn't quite... I was very tired when I played it, and I couldn't quite remember everything. It's going good, Goose. Okay. I still can't get this. I can't get you... Gabriel... Gabriel... okay, here's what we're gonna do. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good show, right? It's a good show. I told you, yeah. You're the first person, Funk, so that I have successfully convinced into getting into this show. I'm very proud. After badgering literally everybody, you're the real one who went and actually watched it. Oh yeah. No, it means you have good taste. It means you have good taste. And I assume. Yes, Chewy. Murderbot is a TV show on Apple Plus, and I assume a friend with an Apple Plus subscription. Sup? Yes. I knew you had that. Chewy. So Murderbot it's a TV show. It's about Murderbot, who is a security droid in the future who essentially who gains sentience, but who gains sentience and breaks free from his programming, but has to still hide because if they find he's gone rogue, they'll eliminate him, and he gets sent on a job. And it's follows him as he gets sent on a job trying to hide from the people finding him out while getting in a dangerous assignment. So, and basically, his one real desire in life is to be left alone so he can watch TV. Yeah, I still need to see it. I mean, I like. Yes, it's a very. Chua, I suspect you would like this show quite a lot. It's very funny. I still need to watch Mickey 17. I love Bong Joon Ho. I love that director a lot. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Most of the episodes are out right now. I think we've got maybe just one episode left, or maybe this was the season finale. I'm not sure. Yeah. It should have a happy ending because there's other books going on. There's several other books. Yeah, it's not like must see TV like Severance is. I, I do online media stuff. I know far too much about brain rot, Chewy. I know too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The book is good too. I have seen Skibbity Toilet. I'll wait for Michael Bay to adapt that into a movie. Chewy. I'll wait for the Michael Bay movie. I have got. Oh, you can check that out on Discord. I have gotten into heated debates. No, I like it a lot. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's the first show I really got into in the new year. Hmm. Sir Michael Caine. I want Sir Michael Caine to play the Skibbity. Toilet. She was just a. Wait, I can sort of do a Michael Caine. She was just 16 years old. She was just a skibbity toilet. Dude, this was totally a whack to the quan side-eyed queen tea. And also, moment. Michael Caine, I think, would be a really good addition to the Skibbity Toilet franchise, along with Boots, House, W, Bass, Slay, Vsauce with the sauce. Very gritty. No, Mark Rylance should play the you the Estelle. You clearly have not seen the video I did where I found out that they are selling Skibidi Toilet merchandise at my local grocery, at my local supermarket. It's there. For Christmas, you get kids this now. Yeah. Well, he's producing it. You know, the TV head. Speaking of TV heads, okay, we're on to the next thing. I'm gonna try and pressure you guys to get into the comic book saga. One of the great Western comics ever made. It's about. Yeah. Scientists are just anti-fun. That's why they keep trying to ruin dinosaurs. I guess the Jurassic Park movie is killing it. Okay, I don't know what that reference is to. Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful. No, that's J.J. Abrams, Funk. That's a different hack. Although Michael Bay does do it too. I will never forgive J.J. Abrams in some way, even though there's a new show he's producing that looks really good, and I kind of want to see it, but I have to give over. Yeah. Ugh. They're not even like actual dinosaurs. Doesn't the new one have like? Doesn't this new one have like huge arms? Isn't that like the new thing they came out with? It's like it's a T-Rex but with arms. So yeah, yeah. Well, the first one I like the first one, but the rest are kind of trash, honestly. Yeah. I mean, sort of. Yeah. So, Funk, what are you excited? What's the thing that we're all excited about? I want to see that too. No, that's not toxic. That's cool. That's cool and based. That's cool and based. Also, yeah, Funk millennials. We're excited about the Wes Anderson. No, I heard good things. I've heard okay things. We're excited about the new Wes Anderson movie. Okay. Okay. I'm excited about the new Wes Anderson movie. Although there's a little bit, I don't know. Thunderbolt? Let me do this one more time. I want to get it right, Gabriel. I want to get it right. Okay. You're asking a lot. Unfortunately, it's all over on Twitch right now. Partly, the YouTube chat is a little bit in lockdown at the moment. Just because you were there, Chewy. You remember our friend, that fun dude. Yeah, he came back. It'll be okay. He'll get. Yeah. Chewy, if you want to pop on over to the Twitch, where everybody is hanging out right now, feel free to. I appreciate you sticking in the live stream on the YouTube. I appreciate you sticking in the live stream on the YouTube just because it helps me with my numbers. By the way, all of you guys, all of you should be okay on the YouTube. Yeah, on the YouTube side of things, I made all of you guys approved users. So. Yeah. Well, you can get the Twitch app. Yeah. Yeah. I hate that apparently my favorite streaming service right now is Apple. Because I don't want to like be such a corporate shill, but yeah. Not so that's awesome. Okay, which project is it? Which project is it? TMIF? The it's not the Lighthouse Twin. Oh, the novella. Ah, yes. Yes, of the summer. The one I have read. Yes. Is it the one I've read? The one eventually you guys will all read and love. That's good. If you ever want me to look over that, so all you gotta do is send it. I'll do it off stream even, which is something I very rarely offer to people. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad, because that project deserves to be out in the world. I think. No, I know. Now, for some reason, YouTube has decided that Jaden is not allowed to get XP. So, what have you been focusing on in the rewrites? Also, there's another series on Apple that looks really good, and now that I'm caught up with Murderbot, yeah. Oh, that's such a fun idea. It's a retrofuturist show. I'll report I'll report when I get back to it about what I think. But it's a show that nobody talked about, but looks exactly up my alley. That's such a good idea. Yeah. No, but that's a really good. See, I recently found out. Here's my thing. I've decided. What's been helping me lately is thinking of stories like video games. If I put myself, if instead of like I imagine me writing a story, I just like, okay, I'm just playing a video game, and what happens in this game? What choices am I going to make in this game? You know, it weirdly helps me write a lot better because like I figure out the story a lot quicker. So Chewy, what have you been up to? What do you? Yeah, it's Nyan Cat. Yeah. 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 Or Bash. Yeah. 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 Exactly. As long as you don't think of it as like an actual book and try and hide the fact from yourself that you're writing a book. Oh, from Forsaken. You have mentioned this Forsaken to me before. Yeah. It's the halfway point between a novel and a short story, novella. Yeah. Luna is my orc wrestler is a novella as well. It's very cool. Yes, it's nope. I still don't like. No, okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this instead. For some reason, I'm having trouble with this one, Gabriel. The Skull Queen. Yeah, which is a little bit on hiatus right now, where I work on some other things, but I will get back to it as soon as I have a concrete idea for how to move forward on it. I did write a short story. I have written a short story. I've been bragging about this to everybody. I have written a short story. So Chewy, but yeah, yeah. But I did write a complete short story, which I'm very proud of. Yeah. And it's the type of short story that theoretically could be turned into a series. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah. 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 Short stories are great. I love short stories. Jaden is a master at picking up the subtle emotionality. You know what Jaden's last name is, right, Chewy? Holmes, aka Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, Jaden is directly descendant to Sherlock Holmes. ah, there's a killer outside. No, there's a killer inside. Yeah. Let's hope. That's my 2 sentence horror story. Yeah. But short stories are nice. I don't know. I've talked about this a lot, and I'm sure people are bored of it. But I've been trying. What I want to do is have like characters I can write multiple short stories about, and then like use that to pitch uh, as a show or something. But aren't all cats secretly evil cats? I feel like that's not really a twist. Most. Yeah, Chewie's last name is Nian, as in Nian cat. Yeah, and Pop Tarts are 35% cat. Don't you guys know that? 35% of every Pop Tart is cat. So if you put that together, it's mostly cat. Robin! Meow indeed, meow indeed. So Chewy, tell me, are you watching anything new, reading anything new, playing any new games? Uh, there's a new game I really want to play, Wonder Stop. Uh, it's from Wonder Stop. It is a cozy tea making game. It's a cozy tea fantasy game, but there might be secretly something. There might be secretly a twist to it. It's, you explain. It's Raken, right? It's Raken. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's a Roblox game. Guys, this might be super millennial of me. I apologize for saying this. I've never played I've never ever. I've actually never played I've never actually played Roblox before. I'm just gonna decrease the exposure a little bit, just so. Okay, one second. Okay, there we go. Well, no, because I was an adult when it came out, and I don't really have any like memories associated with it. See, I'm not. I'm not the oldest one here. Well, I am the oldest one here. I believe I'm a year older than Funk, but I'm not. I knew what Roblox was. I just never played it before because it looked like a game. Yeah, I'm good. Nah, it's cool. I'm lizard brained too in a lot of ways. I uh I ran today. Yeah. Yeah. I assume. I'm good. Have you guys heard of this little thing called uh I don't know if Roblox. I'm more into James Joyce. Books, um video games. I'm more into this little thing we call book. I read all the book. I read Big Book. I read Red Book. I read the Green Book occasionally. I'm reading all book all the time. I live for a book. My favorite book is the Orange Book, and sometimes I like the Orange Red Book. Book is cool. Estelle gets it. Book is cool. Book is cool. Yellow Book is okay. I thought Yellow Book. I thought Yellow Book was a little overrated, but it's okay. It's okay. Blue Book. Now that's an underrated one. I like to look at book, be next to book, sleep with book. My favorite book is yeah, I'm really into book. Smell book sometime, yeah. Smelling book sometimes is good. Yeah, exactly. Book looks so cute. Someday, I'm like, so you have a cat, right? Yeah, I eat book all the time. Me and book eat. I eat books every day. That's how you know book. Estelle's a witch. Uh, Jaden, if you don't know, Estelle's a witch. Oh, let me shout you out. If you don't know, she has a familiar, and she also it has the what's the foundation, Estelle? What's the foundation? Yeah, called. Yeah, make a witch foundation. Yeah, which is about supporting local magic users in your area. Specifically one. Okay, Chewy, it's really good seeing you. Yes, exactly. Specifically, one witch. Her. Yes. So, Robin, how was your day? How was your day? I do have to admit, I did want to skip running today. I was like, ugh. Night. Okay, how long have we been on? Okay, let's see. An hour. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, follow me here. I'm going to open up permissions on YouTube. I will quickly close it again if the trouble starts up, but we're gonna try and open up permissions, okay? Oh well, I've to prevent trolling, I've only allowed approved users to comment on the YouTube channel. I've only allowed approved users to, so only so only like specific people, aka you guys. I put all you guys on the approved user list, and uh, since apparently he definitely does have a bunch of dummy accounts, but I'm letting go of that for I am it's been an hour, so I'm releasing the restrictions a little bit, and all people have to do is be subscribed for a certain amount of time to be able to comment, and we'll see if he gets through. I doubt he will. Chicken butt. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How dare you, Gabriel? If he does, well, we'll see. Uh, if he does, I have the kill switch. I have the switch locked and loaded to go. All I need to do is press. All I need to do is press a button, and we'll go back to restricting it. No, you're a turtle. Is that cool to be a turtle? If it's cool to be a turtle, I'm a turtle. I want to be a turtle now. I'm Yurdle, the turtle. What's funny is now that I know he has like burner accounts he followed with me with. What's funny is now that I know he has like burner accounts he's been following me with, it's like all I got to do is turn it on and just ban him every time, and he'll burn those out eventually. Yeah, yeah. It's like it's not. Coffee! What? What? You're not allowed to do that? Coffee, how's it going? War. War never changes. Oh, Kaler, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that immensely. Thunder of Authors. Yeah, but who needs to spell words? Thunder of Dragons. Hey, how's it going? More coffee. More coffee. Welcome. Thank you so much. We're doing some art fighting tonight. To quote the Rolling Stones, I'm an art fighting man. I saw that. Oh, did you, Gabriel? On my videos, I appreciate that immensely. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, Pans. I appreciate that immensely. So, what are we all working on these? What are we all working on these days? Yeah, very nice. Ooh, have, ooh, I'm excited. What have you learned? What's the fan fiction for? We're drawing. By the way, we're drawing Gabriel here, his character. Okay, I'm always curious to hear a little bit of history. Fossils for life. I am defined by my commitment to Team Fossils. I live for Team Fossils. Hey, good to see you today. I live. I live for Team Fossils. Everything is, and I will die for Team Fossils. Nice Lombardi. Uh, nice lobotomy. Oh, really? That's weird. Uh, you're on the list. I can just make. You know what? Screw it. I'll just make you a mod. Yeah. Sorry for the. Uh, I'll just make you a mod. There we go. Are you mod? Yeah, yeah. You should be a mod now. That way you don't have to deal with this. That's yeah, yeah. Sorry, we had a pretty bad a troll pop up on YouTube on the YouTube side a few days ago. So everything is in pretty extreme lockdown over there. Okay. Yes, it has been around for a long time. You know, yeah, I'm sure you've come up to the fact that Coke was quite literally named for a while. But silly, I love that idea of a 19. Yeah, it's this. Unfortunately, this particular one is kind of obsessed with me. He's been bothered. He's been like he's been bothering. He's been bothering me for like 3 years, and every time I ban him, he just creates new accounts. So yeah, it's pretty bad. But it is. I love the idea of a 1920s inspired fantasy. That's really cool. I'm kind of working on something similar, honestly. Uh, Jaden, that's perfectly fair. Let's focus on fun things. If you ever want to talk about it, feel free. But you know, sometimes you just want to focus on the last thing you want to do is focus on shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. So unfortunately, so like YouTube has been in like sort of lockdown for the past little bit, which sucks. I am very sorry, Jaden. You deserve to have good days. Um, so tell me a little bit about this 20s fantasy. Yeah. Like, fair warning, this guy, he's like, no, he's like really bad. Unfortunately, he's like really bad. He's quite he posts like quite a lot of like violent imagery in the chat, which is not great. Anyways, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. No, I love 19. I like. I love fantasy stories that aren't set. I love the traditional medieval fantasy stories, but I'm really starting to want like fantasy stories that aren't constantly set in like the 20s. Constantly, I want more stuff set in the 20s. I'm really tired of like I'm starting to really like it when fantasy stories are set in any other time period besides like vaguely medieval. I think that's fun. Yes, Jaden, tell Jaden all about the epic you've been working on. Yeah. I'm currently I don't know if you were in chat when I was in Coffee's chat when I was talking about this story. I'm currently I have in the works a modern day fantasy. It's about it's about an app that sends people on fantasy quests. Yeah. So yeah, that's my basic idea. Yeah, there's a lot of fun trying to figure out how. So like yeah, my story is basic. It's about people who sign up for. Anyways, yeah. Yes, we've all been very excited to read it. Jaden is just perfecting it right now. Yeah, I kissed. Yes. Why aren't there more cowboy wizards, huh? I want cowboy wizards. Wouldn't that be? There's a million names for these things. I believe that's called cattle punk. If I remember correctly, because there's steampunk, and then there's cattle. There's steampunk and then there's cattlepunk. And cattlepunk is basically fantasy but with cowboys. Although I haven't. There should be more Western fantasies though. Like not like Western fantasy in like the West, but like Western fantasies in like cowboys, pew pew, and stuff like that. I always thought that should be a thing. That it isn't really now. I know it's a genre that's starting to pop up. Yeah. Yeah, it's there's a few books out there I know that have tried something like this, but it's nothing has really caught on all that much, unfortunately. Well, because it would make perfect sense, right? Because yeah. Well, I mean, in some ways, fantasy is just kind of exactly. There is like a role playing game that's the premise. Because what would be fun partly is like there was like the Weird West genre. There is like the Weird West genre. Hello, 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 never. Which was kind of so like a lot of like pulp writers in like the 50s and 60s would like have cowboys fighting like skeletons, skeleton men, or like monsters or stuff like that. Like cowboys would make so much sense for the Wild West would make so much sense for a fantasy because the Wild West. Okay, okay. So I know exactly what you're talking about. It's from Rooster Teeth, right? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Dark Tower is kind of that. Uh, it's called Nomad of the North. Lele! Yes, you made it. Okay. Okay. Here's a question: what other time period would be really cool for fantasy? I'm throwing this out to the people. I have a project. I have a premise I'm working on that I think would make a really good time period for fantasy. I'm not going to give it away yet because I don't want to spoil it, but yet. But I'm working on something that is set in a very unique time period. Yeah, we were talking about that. We were like, how there should like Wild West fantasy should be a thing. Of course we do, Jade. Of course we do. Yes. Um, Sally, do you have one in mind? I have one in mind. I have one in mind that I've been working on. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't want to reveal it yet because, yeah, I've always liked that idea. That's not the one I'm working on right now, but yes, that would be a really cool one. Oh, nice! You're on Art Fight. Let me follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Ooh, did somebody? Okay. Yes. Oh, somebody sent me something. Yeah. How dare you? We're all interested in your superhero universe, Jason. We're just very excitedly waiting for it. Okay. Well, we were talking about how great the idea of cowboy fantasies are, and I was throwing it out like what other time period needs a fantasy, needs a fantasy period. Yes, that works. What other like place needs more fantasy? Um, so here's my gosh darn simple formula for finding out if a good historical period, if a historical period works as a place to set a fantasy story. I'm going to throw out. There's a few innate rules I think fantasy follows. A lot of fantasies have. One of them is yes, caveman era. I've been working. I have an idea for one. One of them is it needs to make sense that there's a lot of different people out. Yes. Yes. Okay, so it needs to make sense that there's a lot of travelers moving around. What I mean by that is like fantasy stories are so often about people traveling around, and you need to find a place where you can fit heroes into that. Like the reason Western fantasy works, like a Wild West fantasy works. I'm getting really irritated having to differentiate between that, but Wild West fantasy works is because the West was a time of great movement, and a lot of people were, and a lot of people had to be constantly moving around. So there, any time period where you can realistically say people were constantly on the move is always a good point to look for. So the reason like the Wild West is because you had people traveling town to town. You know, you had lone cowboys. You had towns and cities way out there in the middle of nowhere. And that's essentially the spot for like fantasy, and that's the spot for fantasy heroes just in general. My theory, at least. Okay. Yes. Sorry, I'm burping. So, so I always think that so if you're looking to create a fantasy, that's a good place to start. So the question is, where do you have those? Nice. Yes, all those work. I think. Okay, I'm throwing out some suggestions. Mon, Mongolian hordes would be a really fun one. Uh, Russia, medieval Russia. We don't. That's more popular now, but that didn't used to be popular for a while. Oh, hey, I didn't know you were making superhero stuff. Mongolian Rush, Mongol. Okay. What else? What else? Uh, the period of the Warring Kingdoms. Let's see. Yeah, the Three Kingdoms. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of others. Yeah. I have one in particular. Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. I have one in particular. Okay. Oh no. No, I'm Team Fossils. Yeah, tell us about this. I believe I have. No, I meant to. I know that's the John Woo movie, right? Yes. Let's see. What else? What else? There's a few other. There's the Renaissance. Yes. Yeah, the Renaissance tends to get merged into medieval and fantasy. Here's my thing. John Steinbeck. Post-war 1960 depression, the depression, the Alaskan, Alaska, uh, uh, yeah. Kind of invented the gun. There is that is the premise, I believe, of a Henry Turtledove novel. Is what if native peoples found us? Yeah, they should. That would be fun. Okay, that's going on my list. Oh, that should have been an obvious one. Let's see. Hey, you're not allowed to say it. Okay. Oh, of course, Tim Powers. Nothing like fantasy. Nothing in the constructed fantasy. That'd be fun. Yeah. Hey, never. How dare you? How dare you peruse through my teenage? Uh, art teenage idea bucket. Okay, so Art Fight. Okay, Art Fight. Art Fight is this website, and what you do is you post a character, you sign up for it, you get sorted into teams. Let me find it. Boop, boop. Also, hi, Mama. You get welcome. You get sorted into teams like I did here, and you just post your characters, and you draw other people's characters at an attack, and they draw yours, and the hope is eventually, you draw, and hopefully your team eventually wins. I'm on Team Fossil. I'm on Team Fossils. Fossils for life. Praise God. And I've participated in a few art fight attacks. Let's see. Follow. Yes. Fossils is bestals. It is fun. Although we're technically not doing art fight right now. But I'm drawing a character from Gabriel. Yes. Okay. Now we're thinking. We're trying to innovate new character. We're trying to innovate new character. New. Because you know how fantasy is mostly like medieval Europe. We're trying to figure out different eras to set fantasies. In because that would be fun. You're just a chaos agent? Lobotomy, you're just chaosing all over the place? I don't know if that's allowed. You're committing art war crimes, lobotomy. Hi, Fade! Yeah, you get overload? Yes. Okay, we're really thinking now. Yeah. Uh, uh, how's it going, Mama? Good to see you. Yes. I did have an idea, by the way, when I was a teenager. Never for a fantasy story set in the equivalent of the Vietnam War. Yes. Yes. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Let me give you a little bit of a shout out. I don't know. I don't know why I'm struggling with this one. I've gone through like. You guys aren't following Mama. You really should. Yeah. Do it. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, that sounds fun, eh? Of course it did. Of course it did. Well, okay. So I was a very. It's going good. Aztec fantasy would be really fun. I get. So my thing about that is I'm. No, I mean that gets into things. I get nervous about doing that because, the Azteca are the Aztec are still around and stuff like that, and it's hard, and I get nervous about how European or Anglo American fantasy is one thing, but yeah, I'm glad Jaden is. Yes, Fantasy Canada. Blame Canada. I might be moving there. Uh, yeah. I love that you're so passionate about stuff. Um, did I mention this? Uh, I'm talking pretty seriously these days about me moving to Canada because I'm thinking of getting my master's degree and yeah. Yeah. It can work. It can work. I don't know. I get anxious dealing with that. Aztec mythology is super cool. If yeah, well, I have to get my citizenship worked out first, and that's going to take about 5 to 6 months. That's going to take about 5 to 6 months to do. But once I get that figured out, once that's done, I'll get it. I'll get it because my mom is Canadian citizen, and I meet every definition of being a Canadian. No, Fade, don't wonder that question. That's not a question you should be wondering. I meet every definition of it. So once I figure that out, once we get that sorted, I can get uh, in state prices. You know? Yes, they did. They did do an episode. Yeah. I don't know. Because I know I know Native people here in North America do not like it when people do not enjoy it when like white people do use their mythology for fantasy stories. That is something they are not a fan of. And I think that's very fair. So I don't know. Yeah. 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 But oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. I don't know, maybe. One second. Yeah. Don't do that. 1 second. I will be back in 1 second, everybody. Hey, we're back. I know there's still ads going on over on Twitch, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's you should. I'm not exactly happy with this drawing. I have to admit, Gabriel. I just for some reason I was having trouble. I've been having trouble with this. Neverlasting story. Well, have you ever heard of the game Disco Elysium? That's kind of a 1950s post-communist fantasy story, sort of. God, Disco. Have you guys played Disco Elysium? Never. Have you ever heard of Disco Elysium? I feel like that's a story you'd like. I think I could have done a lot better on this. I'm gonna try. Oh, you gotta play. Have you played it though? Never. Oh, you're gonna love that. Never, never. I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna throw this out there. You're gonna love that game. You're. That'll be a game. You liking it, Lobotomy? It's right. Oh, it slaps so hard. Yeah. So, guys, uh, it's it's actually getting kind of late. Yeah. I think I'm gonna. I think. I think I'm actually. Uh, no, it's fine. But I think I'm gonna call it here for right now. I might come back later tonight if. But it's getting a little bit late, and I have some stuff to do. Don't worry, we got. Fortunately, the patrol seems to have moved on for at least a little while. Um, that's you should write that. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Have fun.